what is desire? So for me, this is based off of my own contemplations of this topic. And for me, I wrote down here, I have all my notes down here. I have, my definition is, it is the mind's capacity, tendency, and action for wanting something. There's many different forms and layers for wanting something, but what does it mean to want something? Well, for me, wanting something is an energetic, emotional feeling that compels us for action, is how I think of it. There's many different forms. I'll kind of list off all these forms. So different forms of desire could be to improve, maintain, possess, create, destroy, let go of, life, comfort, security. We could have also a desire for learning. So those, and also love, which, yeah. So I think that those are, I think 10 I listed there, are the main wants and desires, those forms, but there might be more forms out there, but that's what I've come up with so far. There's different also levels. There's shallow versus deep, explicit versus implicit, healthy versus unhealthy, conscious versus unconscious, self versus other, authentic versus inauthentic desires. So yes, those are all the different forms. We can, I think the big one on there is authentic versus inauthentic, and also healthy versus unhealthy, and conscious and I think those all kind of come down to the same thing, but there's little minor differences. But authentic and inauthentic, this is a big one. Man, how many times in our lives have we thought that we wanted something, but it really wasn't what we wanted? Like, we got it, and we actually wanted something else entirely. Like, I might have wanted to get this job promotion. I might have wanted to get this degree. I might have wanted to get this amount of money, but then I realized that, oh, what I really wanted was something else. So yeah, we can have conflicting desires, which is sometimes our mind is in two different directions, or maybe many. So there's more than like two. It could be that on the one hand, we might want to work out, but on the other hand, we want and we crave and we desire to eat junk food. So there's a desire to improve, and there's also a desire to maintain. So you have both of those forms and levels coming together, and sometimes it can be conflicting. So those are conflicting, and it's about working through those to meet the needs of all the different parts of our minds. And does letting go of desires mean that we become desireless? Now, I'm not for sure, but I don't think it's truly possible for us to let go of all of our wants and desires. It's about building healthier ones, because desire to me is the foundation of life. I don't see desire as a bad thing. I see authentic, healthy desires and conscious desires as something good. But there's also things that we can want and desire that may not be so good. So we desire life, whether we think we do or not. Like, why do we breathe? Like, if you're to hold your breath, you're gonna have to let go and keep breathing again because you desire life. You know, desire is such a deep topic. It even goes down to even the cellular level. I think that even your cells, they're living things. They have a desire to maintain your body. I mean, think about that. If your body didn't desire to maintain, if it didn't function, you could say that your body doesn't desire. But at the same time, where do you draw the line between a desire of sentient things and like a desire for living things? Because I think the white blood cells and also other parts of your body, they attack germ cells. Now, maybe that's what they're programmed to do, but how do you know that you're not also programmed to do things as well? Think about all the things that you're programmed with society. Think about how you're programmed with, I guess, with evolution and also like your brain chemistry. Like, we're programmed in ways we don't think about. Like, our desires, where do they even come from? Do we really know why we want the things that we want? I don't know. So if all desire is gone, I'm claiming that you would be dead, is what I'm saying. desire is the first step to everything. If you think about it, if you want to get up out of bed, you have to have a desire. And maybe there's a fire in your house, and that can get you out of bed for sure. And what I said earlier is desire is the first step to success. But also, I was thinking about this from rewatching Harry Potter. It's profound. The first Harry Potter movie, The Sorcerer's Stone, you gotta watch it. I'm gonna spoil some stuff here if you haven't watched it, but in the mirror scene with Dumbledore, with Harry and Dumbledore, was amazing. So when Harry was in the mirror, he sees his parents, and Harry, of course, his parents were killed by Voldemort, but he was in the mirror, and Dumbledore finally catches him because he's not supposed to be outside of bed after hours. And so Dumbledore finally sees what he's doing. He's going after hours, being obsessed with this mirror. At least that's how it's portrayed in the books. And Dumbledore says, what does the mirror do? And he says, let me give you a clue. The happiest man on earth can look into the mirror and see only himself, exactly as he is. End quote. That was from Dumbledore. And the fact that the happiest man on earth only sees himself exactly as he is shows you a powerful definition of happiness. Also, has anyone noticed that the mirror of Erised is actually desire backwards? Dumbledore also says that we must not dwell on dreams and forget to live, so we can have our desires. But it's important that we just live in the moment. Sometimes our goals, our desires, sometimes they're in the future, and the future is an aspect of time that we'll never ever get to, because the future is always now. I mean, our ideas of the future are always now. So it's important that we live in the moment and have the energy right now, because right now is where you can make or break your life. And even if you do break your life, you can still get back up. We still have that choice. We have the choice to find the inspiration, find the motivation, and if we can't find it, we create it. And we create it just by doing things, and just doing them just for its own sake. Sometimes just getting up out of bed, sometimes just going for that 5-mile run, sometimes just doing things even when we have no motivation at all can be a source of inspiration. Think about what desire is, what you really desire authentically. Just think about that. What do you authentically want out of life? And then use that motivation to do that. And if you don't find motivation now, look back in your past. Go dig up some stuff from your past where you've had motivation, and find out what areas in life are you motivated towards the most, and do those activities. And then also find where you're not motivated and work on that. And thanks for watching.